that it's Harlan Crow and Robert Mercer and the Kochs and whoever else who are able to, like, by dint of having effectively infinite resources, kind of marginalize voices that they don't want to be part of the movement and elevate voices that do. And as we're sort of saying, like, not to give too much credit to the disruptive, democratizing possibilities of new media and all this stuff, but that has allowed a set of voices to grow and cultivate audiences outside of that sort of blob. And not just that, to, like, bring it back around to what we were saying before, that those are people who are sort of by their nature, like by fact of who they, but just in terms of who they are and who they have grown up with, are combative and are looking to pick fights like this, are looking to sort of, like,
I don't know anybody like that.
Any successful content creators who just like to pick fights online.
Yeah, no.
And so you end up in this position where it's like there's no reason for somebody like Fuentes to back down, because one, it's good for his business to be as aggressive as possible. It's good for him to be as crazy and outrageous as possible. Yeah. And two, like, he has a business and an audience of his own that he's built via these platforms. So he doesn't, I think you and I talked about this, maybe not on one of these lives, but when Milo Yiannopoulos I can't even remember the first thing that he sort of got canceled by the right for. I think he like pretended to be a pedophile or something like that. He was like the original sort of one of these clowns. And he
said something about the frequency of large age gap relationships among gay men or something like that.
And so he got basically what happened is Robert Mercer had been paying for him to live, and Mercer yanked that money, and Milo more or less disappeared. And that isn't going to happen with Fuentes, because Fuentes has an independent source of money.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, that's quite scary in some ways, I suppose, but it's also very interesting as you think about what the future of the conservative movement looks like. Because, again, as has been pointed out millions of times, as is effectively cliche to say at this point, the politics of the conservative movement are not like natural, like they are grafted together by by money and the, like, sort of the business interests of the people bankrolling it. Not to get too, so there is so when your money no longer quite allows you to fence off somebody like Nick Fuentes, like, I don't know what that starts to look like. Besides, like, leaning on tech platforms to do the dirty work of eliminating those voices, which has so far had very mixed success on the part of the people who would like to do that.